If your work shoes feel fine when you put them on, but completely wreck your feet halfway through your shift, you're not picking the wrong brand. You're solving the wrong problem. And that's why most best work shoe advice completely misses for adult clubfoot. Work is where everything shows up. Longer standing, harder floors, less room for error. And a shoe that feels okay for 10 minutes can fail hard when you actually put it under pressure. Instead of asking, what's the best work shoe? You need to ask, what is my current shoe actually failing to do? Because not everyone is dealing with the same issue. Some people are breaking down from standing fatigue. Some people deal with traction problems. Some are fighting the shape of the shoe itself. And some are just tired of wrestling their foot into multiple shoes multiple times a day. If your main problem is standing fatigue, you don't need something softer. You need something more predictable, a stable base, something that holds up under repetition. And this is where something like the Addiction Walker 2 comes in, men or women's. That kind of structured walking platform works well when your foot does better with consistency instead of softness. Not flashy, not trendy, but holds up. Now, if your job involves slick floors or unstable footing, traction matters more than most people think. Because if your gait already compensates, slipping isn't just annoying, it throws everything off. That's where something like the Yari hands-free slip-resistant sneaker makes sense. You're getting traction, but you're also getting easier entry, which matters more than people expect. Let's talk shape, because a lot of people think they need more support, when really the shoe is just fighting their foot. If you're dealing with pressure points, rubbing, or the same spot getting wrecked over and over, that's not a support issue. That's an upper fit issue. And something like the Lava Stretch sneaker works better in that situation because it gives you flexibility where rigid shoes keep failing. And then there's entry. And this one gets overlooked constantly. If your foot is stiff or asymmetric, getting into a shoe isn't a small problem, becomes a part of your daily fatigue. That's where something like the Kita hands-free slip-on actually matters. Not because it's easier in a casual sense, but because it removes friction from something you're doing every single day. And for women working on slick or demanding floors, something like the Arch Fit Work Serena makes more sense than a casual shoe. It's built for the job environment, slip-resistant, and has work-focused design. That matters when your environment is part of the problem. Now, here's where people get stuck. You keep trying different shoes, different brands, different styles, and they all fail the same way. Same pain, same breakdown, same spot. At that point, it's probably not a shoe problem anymore, it's a pattern. And that's when you need to step back and ask, is this still about footwear or is there something else going on? Because a work shoe can help with stability, traction, pressure, tolerance, but it cannot fix worsening mechanics, declining standing tolerance, or a foot that's starting to reject everything. So the goal isn't to find the perfect work shoe. It's to match the shoe to the problem you're actually dealing with during a real shift. Some people need structure. Some people need less friction. Some people need easier entry. And some people need better traction. The mistake is assuming the most supportive looking shoe is automatically the right answer. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times it isn't. The best work shoe for adult clubfoot is the one that lets your foot survive your actual job. Not the one that looks the most medical, not the one with the most features, but the one that holds up when it actually matters. If you want direct links to everything I just mentioned, I'll drop a link down in the description below. And if you're still trying to figure out whether your issue is standing, shoes, or something deeper, check out the website at www.clubfootforward.com and start with the work and standing page next, because a better shoe should make your shift easier, but it shouldn't be the only thing holding your foot together. And remember, always, we move forward together.